All right, guys, we'll start in 1 minute. All right, guys, let's get started here. Oh. All right. Welcome to the live session, Wednesday, June 10th. This is our second live session of the month, I believe, right? It should be second live session of the month. Yep, last week was the third, so welcome. Last week we said we were in the wave 5. Okay, and we can see that here. We said this is a wave 5 zone. We said 2 weeks ago, we said that on the end of May, at the end of May, we said we were coming in the wave 5 zone. And then we said that the first week of June, we should fall out of the wave 5. And we did. We did on Wednesday. Right? So that worked out pretty well. We called the top pretty nicely. Okay, we called the top pretty nicely on that wave 5. We didn't get that 76.51, but I mean, we got pretty good damn well in that wave 5. And now we said that that ABC correction was going to come. Okay, and then we got the A. Okay, we got the A part down. Okay, so let's just type that in here. We got the A. Okay. Let's just go. We got the A part right here. We got the A. And here we got the B. Okay, we got the B here. Okay, we got the B here. So we got the A, we got the B. And then we got the C coming. Okay, the C is coming. Okay, the C is coming. So the C should be around here. The C should be around, I don't want to say that far down, but I would say around this zone right here. Okay, this zone right here between, I want to say 70, 75 and 7200. This zone right here, where's that C's gonna come, because we need to break this low. We're breaking it after hours, but that doesn't count. We need to break this low here so we can break that B and then come down to that C. Okay, we are holding this 50 SMA on ES, but I don't think that's gonna hold well. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we have this downtrend here. Respecting that 20 SMA there. Let's see. Beautiful. Downtrending channel here. Looking good. Looking good. All right. So that is our game plan here. We're probably going to chop, then tomorrow drop, and continue on down. We want to buy around this zone right here. Okay, this zone. Okay. Let me look at the monthly really quick. So the monthly, we said around 71.80. So 71.80 is a monthly support. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Let's take all this off real quick so we could just take a quick look at what we're looking at. Okay, we have a bearish engulfing on our weekly chart. And we have a confirmation candle here confirming we're coming down. I think 71.80 to about 7,100 is our golden ticket area, is where we want to buy. We might go down to 70.30. We might do that. But 70.75 area is a very good area to buy because that's a previous breakout. So that's a previous breakout point right here. 71.85. Okay, that's the previous breakout point. I think we do hit that. Okay, and we'll see if it holds. If it doesn't, then we're definitely going to go to 70.40 area. And that's going to retest the previous all-time highs. Okay. And now this doesn't mean that, we're going to die and, market's going to tank and all this shit. We're all never going to go all-time highs again. Doesn't mean all that. It just means that we broke out. Okay. We finished our 1 through 5 waves. We got our ABC correction setting up. Okay. Once that back tests and checks, covers, holds, comes back up, we set up a nice back test and confirm, and then we go and we set up to go all-time highs again. Okay. But right now we're short on everything, and markets haven't even, I don't want to say markets haven't even pulled back enough, because SPY and QQQ have pulled back, yes, but the big players, the big players still need to pull back some. So the big guys need to pull back some, and that's going to take the market. Hopefully they pull back this week so that the markets come back down to our area. We get our ABC correction. We set up for another 1 through 5 up, and we could get that bottom there and set up to run it to all-time highs again. Okay. But right now, what are we looking at? Well, our wave 5 that we said last week confirmed. Okay. Remember our confirmation? Remember last week we said this line right here, okay, this line, confirmation of wave 5 was right here, 75.0575. For those of you that remember last week, I said once we break that 75.0575, that confirms the wave 5 broke down, and then we're going into wave A. So here we broke down, boom, broke that, big day, okay, bounced up, got a big bounce with the wave B. Okay, and now we're going into our wave C. Now our wave C is typically longer. It's the longest wave, so it's longer than our wave A. Okay, so if this is our wave A, okay, then our wave B, from our wave B to our wave here, we should at least hit just the minimum that is the wave A minimum is 72.10 or 7,200 actually. So this is not a bad target area for our wave C right here. So this wave B to C, the wave A on the B as a mimicking wave C is to 7,200. So targeting 70.40 to 71.85, that's a good area to target for that wave C. And again, big players have not fallen yet, and that they should be falling hard. So I'm not convinced that the waves are done. I think that we're still gonna drop down. We're still gonna fall off. So keep in mind of that. Okay, I know we're at the 50 SMA on the ES. but we're not on the 50 SMA at SPY or QQQ. I think this is gonna maybe hold for maybe overnight or something, but then tomorrow we're gonna get that drop. We're gonna get that drop. We're at least going to 71.85. At least that's the minimum that we're going to. But I think we're gonna go to 7100 and possibly a back test of 70.43, which is our previous all-time highs. I think that's where we're really going, and I think that's where wave C is going to finish. So I say wave C is going to complete right here at the 100 SMA and right at that previous all-time high. It's going to hit there. That's where we're going to buy. That's where we're going to buy longs again, and that's where we're going to set up for a push higher. Now, don't think that we're just going to drop here, hit that 70.43 and then bounce, and then all of a sudden we're at all-time highs in a week. It's not going to happen that way. So we're going to do our ABC correction. Okay, we're going to probably chop around a little bit, chop around for a little bit, and then go set up our wave 1 to 2, chop around, and then our wave 3 probably coming into either wave 3. I don't think wave 3 is going to come until next month. So enjoy the gains right now, because the drops that we're gonna get in the next week, or this week, I think it's this week, but if it's not this week, next week, they're gonna be solid. They're gonna be great, but we're gonna get a lot of chop after that. Still, I'm gonna buy long and hold because I know that the ABC is done, but there's going to be a lot of chop, and I think they're going to chop for the rest of the month, and then we're going to set up for next month to get back up here and set up for a push next month. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, that's what I'm thinking, or it might even be 2 months. So I'm saying enjoy your gains right now, because chop is coming, and it's okay to have some chop. It's okay. We've had a lot of flow in our trends. Okay, we had a lot nice uptrends. We caught the downtrend perfectly. We're gonna get some chop around after this wave C is done. We're gonna get some chop, but right now it's time to make money. Right now it's time to make good money on puts. All right. So this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm anticipating. Okay, we fell out of the channel here with that confirmation of wave 5. Okay, we broke down. Okay, here's that A, here's that B, and we're going into the C. Now this isn't C, this is too short. Okay, so we get into that C here, and then this is our golden area where we want to buy. So 70.25 to 71.85. Okay, that's our area. Okay, and then from there we chop around here. And then we set up to take off, make new highs. Okay. So that's ES. Okay. So let's go into weekly. Oh, we already did that weekly, right? Let's go to a monthly. Okay. So let's go to the monthly, and then we see the monthly is just a bull flag, right? It's just a nice little bull flag forming. But I still think it goes to 71 here, right? Still comes there. This is going to be a bearish engulfing. So this one gapped up, and this one. So this, at least we're going to get below 72.56. Okay, we're not there yet, but we're going to get below 72.56. All right, 72.56. We're going to get below, and we're going to bearish engulf this candle. Okay, and then we're gonna drop it a little bit more. And then we're going to set up and see if this bull flag holds or not. Either way, we're gonna analyze it when it happens. But so far right now, that's what we're targeting, the 100 SMA. So first, 71.86 is right here, the previous breakout. Okay, and then if that doesn't hold, then we hit that 70.45, which is a previous all-time highs. Okay. All right, so that's the game plan for S&P 500. All right, let's take a look at SPY. Okay, let's take a look at SPY. All right, SPY. Okay, let's see here. So SPY, you can see I already put that ABC correction area, and this is where I'm targeting 715 to 725. You see that the 50 SMA is right there at 719. At 719. All right. So let's take a look at that. All right. So here's that wave 5 we told you about last week and the week before. Okay, and then here's that confirmation of wave 5 right there. That's 748. And then we dropped it right there. Boom. Confirm that wave 5. Then we have that wave A. And then we have that wave B. And here, we're not at... See how this is a wave B right here. So this is still attached to wave B. This is not wave C yet. So wave C is coming. And wave C is going to be somewhere right here. Let me see. Okay. Somewhere right around this zone right here. So we'll just put it right here. You know what? It could come down all the way to 700. It can. You know, that's the 100 SMA is right here. You know, we said that the ES is at its 50 SMA already, and you know, SPY isn't. Okay. I see SPY could hit 715. I do think SPY could hit 710. So I think wave C is going to be somewhere around here. So I know I said that this one right here, but I think it's going to be more like somewhere right here. Somewhere right here. Somewhere in this zone between 696 and 715. So that $20 zone right there. Because our previous all-time highs is 696.50. Okay, so that's previous all-time highs. All right, so that's the previous all-time highs there. So can we come back test that area? 100%. Just like ES could come back test the all-time highs, so can SPY. But generally, what I'm looking at, let's measure this here. Okay, so we got, this is wave A. Okay. And then we say wave B. Okay, wave B. So wave A to wave B is just seriously like 720. So it's basically going to hit that 50 SMA right there at 720. Okay. That's the minimum it could go. But wave C is typically longer. So, you know, if we double that up, just for shits and giggles, we double that up. We could easily come to 696. Okay. So the reason why I'm thinking maybe we double it up is because the big guys have not dropped yet. The big guys. I mean, we've pulled back some, you know, like the semis have not dropped like they should. So the memory cards, the semis, the chip maker, these guys have not dropped yet. Okay. They pulled back a little bit, but that's just like a typical pullback. This isn't a ABC correction pullback. So this ABC correction pullback could take us to that 700, the 696. That could pull it back hard. Now that pullback hard, I think is going to be either end of this week, which is tomorrow, Friday, or next week. But it's coming. It's coming. So that wave C, I think that wave C is going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. It's not many times you're in the market that you could change your life in 3 weeks, right? So this is an opportunity. We called the top last week. It's going well this week. And and it continues going well, you know, that's 3 weeks of solid gains. You know, we called the top, got out of longs, got into shorts. You know, pretty damn good timing there. Now with the wave C, if it comes down to it and we do back test that previous all time highs, you know, we'll get out of all puts, start. So let's throw the scenario out there, okay? Wave C comes down to 696, okay, and we back test all time highs. All right, and we're chopping around here, okay. You made all this money on puts, all of this money. You got out of your longs. You made all this money on puts, or you made money on your hedges, whatever it is. You got a good chunk of money just sitting there. Okay, what do? Okay, easy thing to do to make money guaranteed. Easiest thing you could do to make money guaranteed. Here, let me just do that. Easiest thing that you could do, make money guaranteed right here. Okay, is when you're right here at the 696 area, 700 area, 698, whatever you want to do. Easiest thing you could do right here, buy a straddle, buy a strangle. Right here, easy money. Because you're going to chop around for a little bit. You buy 4 or 5 months, strangle, straddle, whatever one you want. Right here at that 700 level, whether we rip up to all-time highs and take off, or we fail and come back inside the previous all-time highs and completely die and fall, which I highly don't think we're going to do that, but could happen. Okay, anything could happen. If that does happen, either way, you're covered. You're covered on the up, you're covered on the down. All you have to do is whichever one goes, take the other one off the table, or hold it and let your calls double. You take care of that and then let it triple, whatever it is, and you make money. So if that happens, that's the easiest for sure play. I mean, they say there's no for sure plays in trading, but that's a for sure play. You get a strangle right at 700, previous all-time highs. You get a strangle there, straddle or strangle, whatever one you want. There's no more guarantee that you're gonna make money than that. Okay, especially if you buy time. All right. So strategizing, that's what you need to do. Here, we already gap filled here at 725. Okay, we gap filled there, so that gap's already done, but we still haven't finished that wave C. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, 50th SMA's next. That's a given. That's 719, 720. Okay, we're going to go there for sure. Now, if that one gets cut through like a hot knife, you know, just like the 20 SMA did, if we get cut through like a hot knife, then we're going to start free falling to 700. And then from there, you know, we're going to be looking for bullish divergences. We're going to look for stochastic divergences. We're going to look for things on all the time frames here. So what do we see here right now? Well, we have that downtrend, right? Let's grab that. What is downtrend here? Okay, maybe it bounces a little tomorrow and then it comes back down, but I'd rather just cut it and take off down. Okay, doesn't look too healthy there. There's no bullish divergence on the hourly. There's no bullish divergence on the 4 hour. That's good, awesome. I don't want to see those things right now. Maybe when we get closer to the previous all-time highs, we'll see them. But right now, don't really want to bug with those. So this is what we're looking at, okay? And this is the best case scenario. Best case scenario, we come back to 696.50 on the C wave, and we test the 100 SMA, okay? And we hold it, and we set up a massive monthly bull flag to go higher. Now, worst case scenario is we come back, test that 696, bounce, then reject 715, and then come back and drop it all the way down to 660. That's worst case scenario, okay? That is worst case scenario. We drop it down to 660. Okay, so that's why I'm saying, okay, we got potential for all-time highs, sure. So much infrastructure and so much building and so much growth and so much AI and so many companies coming out and there's so much growth in the economy and all of these things, right? Sure, we could go see all-time highs and all this stuff, billions and billions of dollars coming into the United States. Got it. Or all of this stuff is just a smoke screen, and we lose that all-time highs, and then we come down and sell off to 660. Well, either way, whether it goes up, whether it goes down, when you're at that 700 mark and you're closing out your positions of your puts, why not straddle, strangle, whichever one you want, right here. So if you go down to 660, oh well, you had puts, okay, and then bounce here and then come back up, but you still have your calls. You could still run up. If you go run up and you still have your calls from your strangle, your straddle, it's a good play. It's an easy play. It's a guaranteed play. Okay, there's not a lot of guarantees in the markets, but when you're at a crucial level like previous all-time highs, and you're back testing it, this is the best place to play a strangle or straddle right at previous all-time highs, because it's a staple, right? It is a major staple because that all-time highs was there for a long time. It couldn't break. And now we broke it. And now we're coming to revisit it. So either we bounce on it and take back off to all-time highs, or we don't and we fall back in and we go back to these gap fills. So either way, there's a large move coming. And strangles and straddles, you only use them when there's a large move coming and you just don't know the direction. Okay. So that's a for sure thing. Okay. Mark my words on those ones. Okay. All right. That's if we get there. Okay. We might hit this 720, 715 and then bounce and then start ripping. That's a possibility too. But that is my strategy. That is what I'm going to do. That is I think that's going to be, an easy play, because typically what people do is they make all this money and puts, and then we start getting choppy, and then they lose it all because they're all doing short-term plays or plays that are explaining worthless or opposite plays or stuff that it's not going to happen, or just the time decay is just eating it up. So easiest thing to do, make all that money, get some strangles, get some straddles, let it work for you. If it doesn't do anything, you're not making money, you're losing a little money, but once that move comes, you're going to make it all back and some, as long as you just have time. Okay. All right. So that's our plan. Again, we have a downtrend. Okay. Market's going to do whatever it wants to do after hours. It doesn't really matter. Market here, came up 2 days ago and then came here and then dropped like a rock. And then here it was a bear flag formed. And then here came back to the bottom of that bear flag and it's trying to bounce here. But we're making lower highs and lower lows. That's all that matters. We're trending down. Okay. Made a high here, lower high or lower low here. Made a lower high here, lower low here, lower high here, lower low here. Continually making lower lows and lower highs. We're in a downtrend. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters. This could bounce all it wants. I'm gonna short it. Every bounce that it gets, I'm gonna short the rip. I said that last week. Short the rip. Short the rip. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna short the rip until we're at our area that we want to be at, which is the C wave, which is anywhere between 700 and 715. Okay. That's where we're targeting. 700 and 715. So do we still have a ways to go? Yes, we do. Okay. We still have a ways to go. All right. We got a ways to go. All right. Now let's go into NASDAQ. Okay, Nasdaq, and we pretty much set up that bounce pretty nicely when I said we're gonna come here, bounce, come here, and then come down here. We came right close to it. What did we hit? We hit a 747 and what's it, 748? So we're $1 away from that initial bounce area, and we're already at that 725, so we're gonna get a little bit more of that. All right, let's go Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq hit ours pretty well. Okay, we hit here. Okay, and then we hit here, which is here, and then now here. Okay, now Nasdaq is one that I for sure think that we're gonna back test this breakout point. Okay, so here's the breakout point right here that we were struggling at. Our all-time highs is right here. So let's okay, let's just make that one purple. Okay, and this is 26399. 26399. All right, so that the all-time highs is over here. Okay, so I think for sure Nasdaq is going to at least hit 27,542, and this is the previous breakout point where we broke it out here. Okay, so here's the thing. I'll go back on SPY and ES and explain this because I forgot to explain it, but this is key right here. This is key right here. See this low right here, this low and this low right here, both these lows are pretty much the same area. So this low right here was broken. Yes, or 2 days ago. Yesterday, today. Okay, they both broke this low. Now, why does that matter? Well, because this is the official break of the uptrend. Okay, so this was not the official break of the uptrend because we didn't break this low. This wasn't the official break of the uptrend because we didn't break this low. This and this official break of the uptrend. So now we made a high here, we made a low here, we made a lower high here. Okay, we first need to make a lower low and then we made a lower high here. Okay, but we made a lower low here on this one. So that broke the uptrend. So that's telling us, okay, uptrend is broken. That's it. So we either go lower or we go sideways. The uptrend is broken. That's a key thing. Okay, and see, let's go on ES real quick so I could explain that one too. On there. Okay, right here was the low. Right there, and that's where it says breakdown right there. Breakdown. It correlates with the breakdown right here. That breakdown level, that breakdown 7355.50 is right here. It correlates right there with that. So once this one broke it, that one confirmed. All right, we're in a downtrend now. We're downtrending. The uptrend is gone. The uptrend is broken. Okay, so we confirmed that. If we stay below this 7355, we're going lower. Okay. So with Nasdaq, we have the same idea. So here is what is this? 28,663. So 28,663. We stay below this 28,663. Okay. So if this cannot get higher than that, then guess what? We're going lower. And where are we going? Well, I believe we're at least going to 27,542. Okay, we're at least going there. Okay, that's at least where we're going. So I think we're going there. Okay, so we already hit this. We already bounced. We already hit this. Okay, now we're going, and we're going to go here. Now, if we don't hold that 27,542, then we go here to 26,400. That's the previous all-time high. Okay. I think Nasdaq's a little stronger, so it might just hit this area, maybe here a little bit and hold. It might not go all the way to its previous all-time highs. Might just hold around here because it's strong. But we'll see, because when those memory cards and semis start selling off really, then Nasdaq is going to become weak, and then we might hit this 26,400 area. Okay, but do not get it misunderstood. The markets are weak, and they're not done. The markets are not done. The wave 5 just confirmed. Okay, the ABC correction just is coming. The wave C is the biggest wave, and it hasn't even started yet. Okay, so before you start buying all these long calls, just kind of chill out. Chill out. Let the market tell you when it's done. Because right now, I'm not thinking it's done. Not thinking it's done at all. Okay. So let's go on to the Qs. Okay. Okay, so we were targeting this area here at 682 because there's a gap fill right here. Okay. There's a gap fill right here. So we have to at least hit 682.90 because that's a gap fill. Okay. So we need to hit that at least. But we're probably going to hit 676 because that's the 50 SMA. And I think that's where we're going. Okay, let me see. Previous all-time high here. Ooh, previous all-time high is way back here. $640, huh? Okay, 640, yeah, 640. So if that doesn't hold this 50 SMA at 676, we might come all the way back down to 640. I don't know if that's going to happen though. Maybe 650. I don't know about 640. Might possibly. Again, we haven't seen the semis and memory cards yet sell off. So when they do, if that pulls the market really down fast, then maybe we see that 640. Okay, but right now we're targeting 760 or 676.42, 27, which is the 50 SMA, and that gap fill area is 682. Okay. All right. Okay. So SPY, QQQ. I told you guys, 2 weeks ago, I don't like the markets. They look weak. Start hedging up. The markets kept going higher. You guys are like, well, it's keep going higher. What's going on? Said at any time now, it's going to pop down. So do I like it now for a buy? Not yet. I do not like it for a buy. Not yet. Okay, IWM. IWM still has that bearish divergence. It's below its 20 SMA. It tried to do something in the morning but failed. So this one's still pulling back. Not looking so strong at all. Oh, DIA. Okay, I said this was that wave 5 area. Okay, now it popped off, selling back up. Now it's going inside of this zone. So I would anticipate 495 coming in here. 495, we're past this. We got a bearish divergence here. Okay, that was an easy short right there. I think it's coming back 495. It's probably going to come back to 486. And if it gets really nasty, 466. $466. That could be real nasty. So that could easily come. Easily. Okay. So don't start jumping on all these calls thinking that you found a bottom. Let the market tell you when the bottom is in. Because the bottom is not in right now. Not at all. Not at all. Okay. So be mindful. Bottom's not in. Market's still weak. We're still going down. SPY, QQQ, DIA. What IWM's only one that looks okay, but it's still weak. Okay, so do not try to get long on any of these. Okay. All right, let's go into some stocks here. All right, Tesla, first one, huh? Okay, Tesla looks horrible. Looks horrible. It's going to 373. Okay. RSI, whenever the RSI bounces and hits the 50 and rejects, that's no good. That's no good. Okay. We're beneath the 20 SMA, the 50, 200 SMA, the 100 SMA, and the 50 SMA. It back tested it, checked it, and now it's falling. This one's coming down at 373. Don't like it. It would need to hold 373. If it doesn't, damn, it's going to 357. And that's not going to be good. Not going to be good, okay? All right, NVDA. All right, NVIDIA. So I did a whole thing on NVIDIA last night with my class. And I'm basically saying that NVIDIA is weak and it's going to drop. NVIDIA is weak, it's going to drop. And I'll explain it to you guys pretty quickly here. Just remove all this stuff. Okay. So once the video breaks that 194.74, it's done. It's going to 164. It's done. Once it breaks 194.74, it's done. Okay, now let me show you guys something. Okay, here we go. So NVIDIA monthly chart, beautiful bull flag here. Okay, it tried to attempt to break out once, failed. Try to break out twice last month, failed. Try to break out this month, failed. And now what is it doing? It's putting in a bearish engulfing on the monthly chart. So this one is going to pretty much end the month like this. It's probably going to end the month like this. Okay, big bearish engulfing on there and around like 183, maybe even lower. Maybe it goes all the way to 165. Maybe, I don't know. But I know it's going to do a bearish engulfing, okay? We go to the weekly, okay? We see this is the breakout level. Okay, we try to break out, failed. Came here, got above it, did it, and then boom. Reversal candle, confirmation, down, down, down. Okay, once we break that 194, it's confirmed we're going down here and then down here, okay? Nothing of this looks beautiful. Nothing of this looks like I want to buy it. Nothing of this looks investable long term. This is not looking like I want to buy right here. None of it. Not the monthly, not the weekly, not the daily. Nothing. Okay. I want to buy puts on it. I actually said last night, I said, might as well buy puts on it. But I decided to go heavier on, memory cards and the semis. So this is a semi, obviously, but I think those other ones have more juice to drop. But, this one could be a good short as well. Once it breaks that 194, you're going to 183. And then from there, you're going to 164. Okay? So, NVIDIA, do I want to buy it long? No, not at all. Do I want to short it? Yes, I do. Okay? Hopefully you understood that one pretty fast. Okay. All right. PBR. PBR. Isn't that a beer? Is that a beer? PBR is a beer. Well, this is not a beer. Okay. Well, to tell you the truth, it doesn't look bad on the monthly. You had consolidation, you broke out. Okay, now it's having like a bull flag, but this is a monthly chart. Problem with the monthly charts is that they're going to take a few weeks. They're going to take a few weeks to form like a good candle. So in order to form one candle on the monthly, it's 4 weeks. Okay, so 4 of these candles. All right, so right now it's just kind of falling off, and it's probably settling right now. It's probably going to chop around a little bit and then set up, and maybe it's going to be good in the longer term, sure. But right now, it's going to eat up. It's going to eat a premium right now. Right now, this stock is going to eat a premium. It's going to go sideways. It's probably going to chop around in between 17 and 19. So I would say around this zone right here. It's going to chop around, and then maybe in the future, it's going to be good for a longer term. But that monthly pattern is not going to play out for another couple months. All right. It's 3 per person. Okay, so everybody gets 3 stocks. And that's a lot itself because there's a lot of people asking. So there's no more than 3. Sorry, guys. No more than 3. All right. SOXX. All right. SOXX is the bearish for semiconductors. It's basing right here. Which is fine. It's fine with me. Look at the volume coming in. Good volume coming in. Okay, look at today we had 291% volume. Okay, big volume. Okay, so they're loading up. Now, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. I think the market's going to drop even more because the semis have not moved yet. They have not dropped. They have not pulled back yet. The big players, the memory card guys, the semiconductor guys, they haven't pulled back yet, and they're loading up. They're loading up on this area. This is definitely accumulation right here. Okay, they're loading up. Okay, once this pops off, we're at least going to 9. Okay, and 9 was my first target. A lot of people who are on the chat, that I've been saying 9. I've been saying 759 and then 10, 11, 12. But the big target is 16. Will we get there? I don't know. We'll see. But it doesn't matter. If we get to 12, we loaded up this before 6. So if we get to 12, we doubled up. Our options are going to be 400 or 500%. It doesn't matter. Probably even more because we got $6 calls. It's gonna go. Okay, this is gonna go. This is why I'm keep telling you guys, the market's not ready to bottom. We still have time to drop. We still haven't had the big players drop. Once the big players drop, that wave C is gonna come crashing down. We're gonna backtest all-time highs. That's what I'm thinking, and then. Boom. All the bearish stuff is going to take off. They say bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. So we already made money in the bull run, right? We're making money right now in the bear run. Okay. So let it be. Let it simmer. Let it simmer. Okay. And then when this hits our 12, okay, we'll get out. Okay. We made money. We made a lot of money. And then then we'll figure out what's next. Okay. But SOXX looks great. Everything looks great. Let's see. Let's look at the options here. Okay, options here for next week look great. Look at that $6 calls, 20,000 volume today, 10,000 volume for 7 calls over here. Not that much puts. Let's see. July, we got 4,000. We got 12,000 over here for 4. Okay. So maybe we have a month of a run up and then we drop off. That's okay with me. Like I said, I only want around 10 to 12. I want to 300-400% my options, and that's it. I made money. I don't need to be greedy. SOXX, it's gonna take off. Just give it time. Once it breaks the 20 SMA, it's gone. It's gone. Once it breaks this 712 area, It's gone. Okay. So if you know how to be patient, be patient. If you don't know how to be patient, you're not going to make money. And that's just how it is. If you don't know how to be patient, you won't make money. If you know how to be patient, you're going to make money. Okay? And if you don't know how to be patient, then the market's going to make you learn how to be patient, or it's just going to take all your money. And then you're going to be definitely patient because you're not going to have any money. Okay? All right. AMD, nasty bearish divergence. I called this one out last week that I said it was topping out. Okay, and it is bearish divergence. Okay, we have the A, we have the B, and then we still have the C coming. I think that this one is coming to 388. I think, and if not, it's coming back down to 353 or 359. Right here, this gap fill right here. Gap fill. 359.57. 359.57. All right. Gap fill. All right. Gap fill. 359.57. Gap fill right here. Okay. So let's see. If we just, because this is a small wave A, grab that right here. At least going to 420. I think we're going to at least 388. But if we're going to 388, might as well get that gap fill at 359. So again, semis have not dropped the way that they should yet. This needs to drop and needs to go below the 50 SMA, and then we could revisit it. You know, this stock went from, man, I remember I traded it at like $3. This stock went from $3 to all the way to $452. You know, in a few years, right? So I mean, this year it went crazy. Last year it went crazy too. But now, you know, people are taking profits. It's gonna probably come back down here. 359 probably minimum. It's gonna go down there. 359. Gap fill that, then set up, and then. You know, I think you know, I hate to say this. I hate to say it, but I think it might be true that semis might be dead for a little bit. They might be dead for a little bit. You know, I know semis been the hype for years, but I don't know. I just have a feeling that semis might be dead for a little bit. So, make the money right now. Make that money right now. Okay. So, AMD, I think 420 for sure, 388 for sure, and then 359. I have a high probability that it's going to hit that. Okay. Okay. All right, MU. All right, MU. We called the top on it. We got puts on that day too. We made money on it. Then we made money on this day, and now we're holding puts again. Okay. So where is it going now? MU RSI hasn't even hit 50 yet. I mean, we're still near the top. Like, you know, we're at like 900 and the top is like 1089. That's like 2 days of green and we're back to the top. This is what I'm saying. Like, these haven't even dropped yet. Like, I want to see this sucker at 650. Actually, yeah, 650. Exactly 650. I want to see it at 650. You know? I know it keeps trying to hold this 20 SMA, but this is a bear flag building. This is a beautiful bear flag. And this bear flag that's building, once it breaks, okay, that little 864. be breakdown. Once it gets that breakdown, we're gonna go to 780, which is our gap fill here, and then we're gonna get to 720. Okay, then we're gonna do 725, and then if that doesn't hold, 709. If that doesn't hold, 650. Okay, but this is a bear flag. Yeah, let's go look at the 4 hour so we could check it out. Okay, here, big down, choppy sideways. This is a bear flag for me. Rejected at the 985. Rejected there. Come down, chop it around. Bear flag in position. Okay, now this bear flag. Okay, we see boom. That's the bear flag. Okay, we have that bear flag. From the resistance to here, we're looking at 730. 730, about 735. 735 is the target for that bear flag. Okay. And look, it's a little head and shoulders. Now the head and shoulders didn't fire yet, but it's still this is a head and shoulders and then another bear flag. Easily can fire down. I'm still targeting below 800 this week. So I think we get 780. I think we get 780 this week. Okay. If we get 780 this week, yeah, 780 this week, I think that happens easy. Once we fire that bear flag, look at, let's just measure this. This is a small candle too, compared to the bigger candles that it had. So let's just measure that candle. And let's just do it from the bear flag, fire. Okay, right there. Bear flag fire from here. We're hitting 780 on the dot with this candle right there. Boom. All right, so let's see if it happens. I think it happens. Let's see if it happens. You know, let's see if it happens. I think it does. Okay, we could take a look at the hourly here. Hourly, triple bottom. Triple bottom. Triple bottom. We'll see if that happens. I don't think it happens. I think it's just chop. And then we set up. We're going to drop right there. 864. We drop that. We drop that. We go to 780. And then, dude, we cooking. We cooking great. We cooking great. Okay. All right. You know, we got massive bearish divergence. We got a lot of sell volume coming in. Okay, we got a bear flag set up. We got gaps below. Okay. Market hasn't sold off its memory or semiconductors or chips yet. So it's just like all a perfect storm. It's all a perfect storm. And sure, it's gonna scare you a lot. And you know, it's a very expensive stock. So you're gonna get butterfingers, but just hold tight. Hold tight. Don't be scared. If you're scared to go, just trade something cheaper. All right. Scan this. Okay, scan this. Massive bearish divergence. Okay. This one has a bear flag on it as well. Okay. Stochastic's coming down. Momo's coming down. Volume is non-existent on the run-up. You see how low? See how low the volume is on the run up here. And then here where the bear flag is, it's getting more volume. Okay. So that's why the relative strength is a bullet, a bearish divergence, because look at the volume is minuscule. There's none there. And this is a run up. That's how you know it's a false run up to all-time highs. And that's why you have the bearish divergence. Okay, set up here. We got a bear flag as well. Okay, take that bear flag. Here's that resistance. We go all the way down to 1381 for the bear flag fire. Okay, so 1380. Okay, but here's the breakdown. Here is the breakdown. Low is 1514.36. Okay, there's a breakdown. Okay, Okay, so that's the breakdown here. All right. $20 SMA right here, 1572. Okay. All right, scan this. We gapped up. Okay, we gapped up. Okay, by the end of the month, we will be at 1389. Maybe lower. Maybe 13, but at least 1389. Because that would be a dark cloud cover. Maybe even a little bit more. I would say 1350 would be dark cloud cover. Okay, but I mean, if it decides to sell off all the way, and you know we're right here at 1053 or 1100, that's even better. That'd be a bearish engulfing. But right now, how it's acting, it looks like a dark cloud cover, so it'll be around 1380 or so. Okay, so let's look at here. So here we already have a dark cloud cover on the weekly. Okay, so here's the beautiful thing, and this is why I got heavy Scandis puts, because number one, this is a bull flag right here. This is a bull flag. That bull flag fired here. Okay, then it rejected here, came back inside of that bull flag. Okay, now this week it's holding inside there. So now all we need to do, if we break down and we close at 1420 this week, that's going to confirm this dark cloud cover, and then it's going to take this back down to 1300 next week, and even 1200 next week. Okay, I say at least 1300 next week. Okay, if this all happens this week, if we close at 1420 this week, 1300 next week is easy. Okay, so this is nasty to me. This is not strength. This is strong. This is strong. This is attempting to break out. But look at the volume. The volume is minuscule, small. It's below average. Everything else is above average volume. Here's below average. Okay, on a breakout. That's why we have a rejection on almost regular volume. And then we have, basically what we have now is just doing nothing. It's a doji indecision candle. But Thursday and Friday, we should see that pullback. See that pullback. Okay. All right. So, do I like it short? Yes, I do. I love it short. Okay. Now, what is it doing after hours? Oh, it's going to break out. It's going to take off. No, it's not. You know what this is doing? It's building this, it's called a bearish pennant. Okay? Bearish pennant. A bearish pennant is it's like a bear flag, except it's sloping. Okay, so it's going to come here. It's going to reject. It's going to come back down. It's going to be right here. So either tomorrow it breaks down or Friday it breaks down. And then we go 1500. Big breakdown. We go lower. Okay. But this I wouldn't worry about it. Okay. And if it does open up somewhere up here, it already rejected. It's a rejection here. This is rejection here. This is rejection here. And what? It's going to open here. You don't think it's going to get rejected again? It's going to get rejected again. Okay. All right. All right. Hello. NRG. All right, NRG. All right, well, nothing bullish here. It looks like it's selling off hard. Okay. Oh yeah, this is a get the fuck out of here. This is distribution right here. This is distribution. So they unloaded all of their stuff right here. So now here we are gonna go to 107, and then we're gonna go to 91.45, and then you might get some support right here at 91. But this is distribution. You're probably not really gonna get very, very strong support until about 82 to 95, around that area. So this is a short all day short, all day short, all day short, all day short. Look at there's an accumulation distribution area. Lost it. Bear flag formed. Firing the bear flag today. Going to 107. Going to 91. Okay. And then right here in this zone between 82. This zone right here is the area where it's going to find some support. But right now, it's a free fall. It's a free fall. So puts all day. Puts all day on that one. Puts all day on that. All day. All right, J&J. Look, J&J, it needs more. Okay, I think somebody asked me this in the chat room, and I told them the same thing. I'm going to tell you. It needs more. Okay? It needs more. Okay, this is an indecision candle. It broke out and then put the indecision candle on. It doesn't look strong like that. This is not doesn't look strong. This is indecision. So the buyers and sellers are they're like, we don't know. Here the buyers are like, oh yeah, we're in control. We're in control. We're in control. We're in control. This is I don't know. This is like, no, we're in control. Here, I don't know. Okay. There's mad resistance right here. Okay, mad resistance right here. Okay, if it gets through there, then there's resistance at 245. Okay. So you got through the downtrend here, and then you bounced and you held it, and then you're pushing. But here it's hitting its first real challenge right here. So if it can't get through there, then it comes back down here. Tries to hold it, maybe builds a flag. If that holds, then you go 246. Otherwise, no. Okay, Oxy is consolidating. Oxy is consolidating in a giant weekly bull flag. So here you go. Here's your weekly bull flag. Here's your consolidation. Here's your giant bull flag. It's a good long, but right now it's not going to do anything. So if you want to sit there and look at it every day, you'll go crazy. But if you want to buy long and don't look at it, then you're fine. All right, PLTR. Look, at PLTR has been a shit stock lately. We got in it here, and it did this. Okay, then we got in it here, and it did this, and then we stopped getting in it no more, and then it did this, and then it did this. So this is behavior of a shit stock. Okay, and this is what it is. It's just a shit stock jumped into a giant box that looks like this. There's your giant box. Here's your giant box. Okay? So if you want to buy it near 126, go ahead. Okay, as long as it doesn't break 120. Okay, and then you might get, bounce into the mid 140s and then maybe even a little bit more, but you're stuck in this box. Okay, that's all I got to say about it. There's nothing else to say about it. Would I buy it? No. Okay. Rum. Okay. Okay, this one looks like it's kind of acting like a penny stock. I don't know. This is the first time I ever looked at the stock. But does it look good? Absolutely not. Bearish divergence. Lost its 50 SMA. Looking weak. Once it loses this low of 682, it's done for. 682. Okay, low. Okay, once it breaks that 682 low, then it's going to come back down to 635. Maybe even revisit 582. Okay, 596, 682. I mean 582. Right there. 588. Okay, so, or it bounces here, makes a right shoulder, and then makes a head and shoulders, and then comes down and makes 588. Either way, doesn't look good. Okay. Coin. Coin. 147 area is good support. So if it holds that area, it could do something. But if it loses that, I would be very, very cautious on there. Very cautious. But if it could hold this area, then we could maybe pop back to 170 and test that area, 170, 176. But if not, we lose that 146.90. That's no good. No good at all. Okay. All right, so you have consolidation zone right here for a long time, like 3 months, 4 months. 4 months, you got a squeeze forming to the upside. You got our side chilling above 50, looking good. It's a long-term play if you want to play it. I don't really know what this is. Consumer discretionary, operates learning mobile platform, United Kingdom. Duolingo, okay, digital proficiency. I mean, I guess I don't really know how popular this company would be. I'm not really sure. Don't they got the headphones now that they just translate people what they hear? In different languages, they speak it in whatever language that they understand. I heard the iPods do that now too. But does it look good technically? Yeah. Is it something I would invest in? Probably not. I feel like it looks good technically, sure, but I'd probably buy other things. Other thing, not my thing. I guess not my thing. But does it look good? Yes, looks good. Okay, where could it go? Okay, if it could stay above, 120, you could see 135. Okay, it looks good with the 20 SMA crossing over 50 and the 100. Okay, stochastic's turning around. So 135, 164 could, if this starts to go, Other than that, not my thing. Okay. Han looks like it's dying, jumping off a bridge, like BA status. So, do I want to catch a falling knife? Not really. Don't want to catch a falling knife. This looks like a falling knife for sure. Not interested in catching falling knives. Here is that consolidation zone. Okay, and it's hitting right at that consolidation zone. So, you know, if it figures out it wants to hold that and it's staying above that and holds that 206, then okay, maybe. But either way, with all this selling volume and the way that it is, I would just leave it alone. I would stay away from it for now. You know, obviously something came out that is harming it extremely well. I mean, extremely bad, and investors are jumping for the windows. So I would not personally invest in that. Okay, AVGO. Okay, so here's what I want to see. This is what I want to see on semis and memory. I want to see this kind of drop. Okay, drop. Okay, I think AVGO is going to go to 200 SMA, right at 357, because we already got the A, we got the B, and then we need the C. Okay, we're going at least to the 200 SMA. Might hit this gap fill, maybe, depending on how weak it gets. Could probably hit that 333. So, but yeah, the wave C has not fired yet. Still down. Would I want to invest in this? Absolutely not. Right now, absolutely not. Okay, Microsoft. Wow, we hit that here. Glad we got out of most of our stuff. Now we're here below 400. Below 400 is no good. Don't like it. Now, we are putting in a inverted hammer candle. So if tomorrow we gap up on Microsoft and we move, then that's the bottom. But if not, stay away from this, because it's going to come back down to 385. Okay. AAOI. Just don't like it. The price action is ugly. Price action is ugly. It's consolidation here, up here, consolidation here. It's just ugly. There's no real trend. I mean, overall, I guess it's up, but it's like up, sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways, and then this could be down, sideways, down, sideways. So, you know, the price action is just too ugly for my taste. I don't like the choppiness. It only goes up 3 candles every time. So every time it pops, it's 1, 2, 3, pops 1, 2, 3, pops 1, 2, 3. So you get 3 days of good stuff, and then, you know, 3 weeks of chop. Doesn't really look good to me. So whatever tickles your pickle, but it ain't mine. Okay, BA. All right, so BA is in a situation here where it rejected here. Okay, it made a bear flag here, and it's below the bear flag, but it's on the trend line, and it's holding the trend line. If this does not hold this trend line right here, this is a major trend line. Okay, if that does not hold that trend line, then we come down here to 199.25, and that's the gap fill here. and then we have problems because we need to hold that trend line. That trend line is a major trend line. This is a major trend line. Okay. So if we do not hold that trend line, we come down here, we better come back up here really fast, because if not, then we got problems. Big problems with BA. Okay. So hold that trend line or go to 199. 199.25. SMR just been falling out, but it's still in this consolidation zone, and that's where I wanted to buy it. This consolidation zone. As long as it stays inside that consolidation zone, I'm fine with it holding long term. Okay, I still like it long term. It's still in this overall zone. You just don't want it to break that low. Okay, if it comes back and chops around here, that's fine with me. But this is a longer term play. It's in this consolidation zone, and maybe we're in this consolidation zone here, and it chops around. We were up here, then we came back down here, then we came back down here. Now we're coming back down here. Maybe we'll come back down here. This is just a choppy area zone. Okay. All right. Now this is one of the stocks that I said that I'm gonna wake up one day and it's gonna be up like 20 points, just because of some news. I just have a feeling about this one. That's why I'm holding long term, and I'm not gonna sell it, because once I sell it, I know like a week or two later it's gonna have that news that I think it's gonna have, and it's gonna be up 20 points, and then I'm gonna be pissed off because one of you guys was complaining about it and made me sell it, and I'm not doing that. So if you want to sell it, go ahead. More power to you. Me, I'm not. Your money, my money. I'll hold mine. You don't have to hold yours. You can sell it if you want. I'm not selling mine. I'm holding it. So when it does pop off, I'm gonna know. I knew I had that feeling. All right. So if you want to hold it, that's fine with me. It's not that expensive anyways. It's not that expensive anyways, so I'm not worried about it. Now, if it was like a couple grand, I was worried about, maybe, but I'm not worried about it. Amazon free falling. So I don't know what you want from this, because obviously it looks like it's going down and it's going to keep going down. So what do you want? What do you want from that? Amazon is going down. It's going 235 next, 232 next. So it's just free fall. This is distribution. This is falling. We're gonna go to 232.80 for sure. Maybe 224, depending on how the market acts. We might even hit 212 gap fill. Maybe. We've got to see how the market acts, because remember, the sell-off is still coming. The sell-off is not over. So for anybody thinking, oh, I'm going to get long calls right now, you're not thinking properly. So Amazon still going down. 232, 224, 212. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Core weave. Chopping. Core weave. It hasn't broken 93.90. It hasn't. It's been holding strong. Okay, overall, it's been forming, like a weak bull flag ugliness. I just think right now it's kind of dead money. I don't think it's bad. I think it's going to go in the future, but the market has to get healthy again. So I think it's just kind of going to do nothing until the market gets healthy again. And that's my personal belief. It's not going to do anything. It might even pull back to 88.75 and come back again. But overall, I don't think it's going to do much until market gets healthy again. AVGO already did it. Okay. BA already did it. AAOI already did it. Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay, AVGO already did it. Okay. NASA, I think I said last week I wouldn't touch this one, and I still wouldn't touch this one. So there you go. I wouldn't touch this one, and I still won't touch this one. I wouldn't touch it last week, and I won't touch it this week. So it doesn't look anything good to me. It's straight down, and it's below this previous high, 31.884. So unless it's above 31.85, I wouldn't touch it. Would not touch it. All right, Marvel. Another chip stock, right? That hasn't dropped yet. And it has a gap fill right here. Okay, and this is what I keep saying all day. And I'll repeat myself as many times. The chips have not dropped yet. The chips have not dropped yet. And they are gonna. Okay, so here, Marvel's going to 225. 225. That's where it's going. Then maybe I'll consider it, but not until it drops. Okay. All right. MicroStrategy. It's at this previous low area. If it could hold that area, cool. But it doesn't look like it. I don't know. It looks weak. I just don't like it. I don't like it. MicroStrategy did me dirty too many times this year. I'm not touching it anymore. Yeah. You know, it looks like it could bounce here, but you know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me a third time, fuck, I'm an idiot. No thanks. No thank you. CMCSA. Okay, World Cup play. Let's see. Okay. I mean, if you're trying to play it for the World Cup, thinking like the ratings are going to go crazy, maybe. I mean, you do have a little bullish divergence here, and you have this low, and it's trying to keep that low on the monthly. See, on the weekly, same thing. It's trying to get that low again at the 24 area. Little bullish divergence forming on the daily. You know, we're testing that. You know, it needs to get over. You know, I don't really like things that are below a 20 SMA. I really don't. So, me personally, no. Absolutely not. I would not play this. I would not play this. It's below the 20 SMA. It's far away from the 20 SMA. It's been rejecting the 20 SMA for the past 3-4 months. Right here, maybe it's a bottom, but it hasn't even tested the 20 SMA in order to see any kind of strength. Tested it here and completely dropped hard. That's not strength at all. Here, It's away from the 20 SMA. What, 60 cents, 70 cents? Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't try calls on this. Not my style. Not my taste. No thanks. I don't care if it's playing the World Cup at all. I don't. I don't see any strength in this. If you want to gamble it, sure, that's a straight lotto. Otherwise, no thank you. All right, AMR. So this one is straight. Here's the top, and here's the bottom of this box. Okay, and then here's the mid. There's the middle of the box, there's the upper end of the box, there's the lower end of the box. You're in the upper end of the box, but you're choppy. This is not going anywhere. Not going nowhere. Okay. RT doesn't exist. Home Depot. Home Depot, I said I liked it last week, and I still kind of like it, but it's just kind of forming a bull flag, and it needs to get past that 50 SMA. If it gets past that 50 SMA, it could go to that 100 SMA. RSI above 50, yeah. It's a very few calls that I like. This is still neutral, but it's a positive neutral. It's not like a negative neutral. Here JP Morgan. JP Morgan. We made money on the pop on the pop up here. I think we got out of those already. It has a bull flag on there, but this is not the time for calls. I understand some people just love calls and they don't like puts, but you can make so much money on puts right now. I just if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. I get it. But if not, just sit out and wait. I don't think calls are not the play right now. Calls are not the play. Maybe on oil, but even on oil, it's a little bit choppy and stuff. But I don't think calls are the play right now. So if you're looking for calls and you're looking for like a good play for a long call, just sit on your hands and wait. Go on vacation or go do something else because calls are not the play right now. Okay. Calls are not the play. BE. Oh, look at that. Like I was saying, calls are not the play. BE. Distribution right here. Dropped today. Distribution. We're going to 177. I think I said this last week. I think I said it last week. I feel like deja vu right now. Yeah, I think I did say this last week because we made a lot of money on BE previously. We got it like 80, and yeah, we sold it like 300, something like that. But BE distribution, this one's dropping. I'm probably gonna get some puts on it tomorrow. Hell yeah. It's going to 177. It's at 230. That's a beautiful drop. Beautiful drop. I hope it's up tomorrow near 238 because I'm gonna load up some puts on this. What puts am I gonna get? Let's see. Let's see. What am I looking at? I'm looking at 177. Okay. 177. So, I mean like either July 17th, 175 puts, okay, or I think these are too soon. 16 days out, or some 200 puts for June 26th. Those two are the ones I like. Yep, and we're gonna hit 198 probably this week. Most likely, we hit 198 200 this week. Yep, we got a squeeze firing down. We got RSI below 50. We got stochastics falling. We lost the support of 240. This is prime down. Prime down right now. Shoot, I might even get 200 puts for Friday as lottos at $1.12. Okay, maybe I'll get some 230 puts for Friday. Yeah, 220 puts for Friday. Shit, I might get them all. Okay, this is prime down. This too easy. Too easy. It's the easiest short. Easiest short. This is below this low. It's below the box. It's below the 50 SMA. High volume drop. RSI below 50. Squeeze firing down. Stochastics coming down. We're going straight to 200. 200 comes Friday, if not tomorrow. We had a 10% day today was $25. We'll probably have another we'll have an 11% day tomorrow, which would be like $28 to $30. Yeah. Easy put play. All day easy put play. All day easy put play. That's it. That's an easy one. Easy money right there. Easy money right there. God, thank you for showing me that, because I'm going to make some easy money on that. Easy money. All right. Apple, it's below 300. Don't like it. It's probably going to retest 281. But right here where I wouldn't touch it. Honestly, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's below 294, but it's above the 50 SMA. It's just, I think it goes down lower, but I think it's then making you work for it. I don't like it. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it at all. I would not touch it. No, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch Apple. Apple's going to make you work for it. It's going to chop around. It's going to piss you off. And then it's going to act like it's going higher, and then it's going to drop. That's exactly what it's going to do. All right. So don't touch it. Oracle. Okay, Oracle was doing good, and then it kind of shit the bed here. Okay, it had earnings, right? Okay, earnings dropped, and it's dropping. We could tell by the RSI that, we don't have any divergences. It's still coming down. Stochastics aren't even turning around. This is showing massive weakness. What is it at right now? 180, 177. So go to the daily. So we're at like 180, 177. So we're around right here. So we're right here at this previous low here. Right here at this previous low here. Okay, it might come up to hold that 50 SMA, or it might just, depending on how markets act tomorrow, might just slice through and come all the way down to 169, and then maybe even 165, and then reset with the whole market. Reset, come back down here, reset, and then give you opportunities to buy leaps around this 155 area, because that's where that gap fill is. That gap fill is 155.78. So if we do continue to sell off hard, then I would target 155.78, and that's that area where I would consider, okay, maybe it's done here. But otherwise, you just gotta wait. Earnings the next day, you gotta figure out what it's gonna do. Okay. All right. SMH, semiconductor ETF. Now, what did I say? What do I keep saying about semiconductors? They haven't dropped yet. They need to drop. Okay, they need to drop, and we have the A, we have the B, and then this is where the C comes. So we're gonna go 517. 48 I mean 484.78. So this is where we're targeting here. Okay. So semis, they need a drop. They need to drop. They haven't dropped yet. So what is this? Key to buy puts. Buy the puts. Buy the puts. Let it drop. Benefit from the drop. SOXS already did. Okay. CRDO. Okay. Looks like it's just steadily riding through this trend. Okay, it's actually having problems right here. Having problems right here. I'm steadily riding through the trend though. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's rejecting here, but still trending up. So no major red flags besides the rejection at 244, but this could just go sideways and then start moving again. So really nothing really there. I mean, would I hold this? No. Would I get out of it now? Yes. Would I just leave this one alone? Yes. The price action, not favorable. But does it look like it's gonna do something major right now? No, not at all. Okay. HP. Okay, HPE. Okay, HPE. It's probably going to come hit that 20 SMA, maybe gap fill here, and then start moving up again. Yeah. But overall, yeah, I think it's done for a little bit. Whenever you have a big wick like this and then you start consolidating over here, you're going to consolidate for a couple weeks, maybe even a couple months. So I'm not saying HPE is down and out and not going to come back ever again, but it's going to be dormant for a little while. And I said that about semis, right? I said that, after semis correct and everything, I think they're going to be dormant for a little bit. I think they're going to be put on the back burner. That's my honest opinion. That's my honest thoughts. I've traded for 20 years now, and I've witnessed stocks do nothing, and this is the vibe that it gives me. Whenever there's a blow off top, and it's still a beautiful trend, they just go sideways for a while, sideways for months, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like a year later, they start ripping again. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm seeing. This is my experience. This is what I'm just telling you guys. So, HPE, I like it, but I think after it corrects, it's gonna come around here and then just kind of stay around 40 to 50 and just go sideways, and for a while. And it made a run up from $25 all the way to 60. I mean, it's a huge run up. But I just think overall semis and tech and stuff, it's gonna kind of be dormant for a little bit, especially when they try to figure out all these IPOs and see how those come into the market now, how they're gonna kind of be treated in the market. I think semis are gonna kind of take a back seat and just chill for a minute. That's what my intuition says. So we'll see. All right, DGXX. We were good at above 680. Right now, we're not that good. So, I mean, this is a long-term stock hold that I have. I think we have maybe a leap on there or something, but this is a long-term stock hold. I'm going to hold the stocks. I'm not selling it until 12. I bought it at 6. It's at 6 again right now where I bought it at. So I'm really like break even. So I'm gonna hold it long term. I think that it's a power play on AI and stuff like that. So it's gonna hit, but I bought stock on it, so I'm not really worried about it. Stocks are long term plays anyways. Um, but I do like it better above 6.8 and above the 20 SMA. But overall, the trend is still intact. It's still in an uptrend. Still in an uptrend so far. Okay, RGTI. 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 I still like quantum computing, and I still think they're gonna be long-term plays. This bull flag it canceled out. There's no ifs and ands and buts about it. It's canceled out. So this is canceled. So that's out. Um, and then it's going to consolidate as long as it holds above here and it could come back above that 22. I'll be happy again. But other than that, you're just gonna have to ride this one out. Just gonna ride it out. If you don't want to hold it, get out. But again, these are the type of plays that you don't know when they're gonna run. They just do. So I'd rather be in it than not be in it long. Because this one ran up 16 to 26. It's a $10 move. That's a big move for $16 stock. Okay, but right now, is it gonna do anything? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. If you want to get out of it, you don't want to take the dead money out. By all means do it. But for me, I'm gonna hold my long-term leaps. I'm just gonna chill because we're gonna go through this correction this month. Maybe it's gonna be over next month, and maybe 2 months later, then 3 months later, whatever it is, this might be $30. So I'm not worried about it. These are long-term plays for me. But if you are, then get out of what you don't feel comfortable with. Okay. Iron is once it hit that 70, just started chopping around. It's kind of doing the same thing that CoreWeave is doing. I think it's going to chop around and do nothing until all the markets are kind of settled. So again, it's dead money right now. It's going to be dead money right now. So that's what it is. It's going to be dead money right now. Okay, it's going to be dead money. Okay. NBIS. Let's see. Okay, NBIS. I had this marked for a reason. Okay, it popped and then dropped, and now it's under it. It's not looking good. We have a divergence here. We got high sell volume here. Okay, the channel is still holding, but if that loses the channel, as we're under the 20 SMA, and we haven't been under the 20 SMA in a little bit, so we're under the 20 SMA, rejecting it. So if it loses that channel, you go here, 180, 176, 162, and 140. So, like I said, is this the time to be long things? No. Is this the time to be in calls right now? No. Is this the time to buy calls right now? No. So I don't know how else to say it. Okay. Netflix is doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. If you want to buy Netflix, buy it above 90. Okay. At least above 85. Right here, I wouldn't touch it. Nothing to see there. Exactly. Nothing. Nothing to see there. Google. Google gap filled today. Gap filled at this 335.79, but again, I think this is doing a wave 5 down. We got a wave 1, wave 2. I think this is a wave 3. Going into, we're going to get a little bit more to 347. And then I think we're going to test that all-time highs breakout. We're going to see, do we hold there? And if we do hold there, then we could bounce back up. And that would be that little tiny wave 5. So this would be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay. If not, we lose that. Then we come back here. And we don't want to be underneath 347 at all. We don't want to be under that. We don't want to be under 347. And if we are, we don't want to be under it for a long time, because that's previous all-time highs. If we stay under that, that's a false breakout, all-time highs, and then we're gonna come back inside. So the best case scenario, we hit 347.60, we hold it, and we bounce from there and go higher. That's it. If it doesn't do that, Google, sorry, but it's too weak. Too weak. Do I think it's going to do that? No. I think it will bounce at 247.60, but again, we're going to have to see how the market acts. Okay? And if it does lose it, we need to get back up above it really fast. Really fast. Okay? All right, Meta. So I told you guys Meta needs a big push higher or a big push lower. And it looks like we tried to get the higher ones twice and failed and rejected. And now we are going to the downside. We fired this bear flag here and we're going down. So Meta, next target, 560. Okay. And if it keeps going, then gap fill 540. Okay. The rejection of the 50 on the R side, not a good sign. Squeeze firing down, not a good sign. Tech is falling. Okay. Tech is falling. Okay. Is it a good time to buy calls? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it. Do not buy calls. Absolutely not. If you want to buy calls so bad, sit on your hands, take a vacation. Come back in 2 weeks. Come back next week. Do not buy calls. Okay. Okay. Arm pyramid, classic pyramid. Okay, classic pyramid right here. So, you know, we have a V-shaped recovery. We got a pyramid rejection. So, pyramid rejection. Okay, we're coming back to 285, 270. Okay. Leaps on the video when it hits 164. Possibly. We'll see where we get there. GDX, gold. I told you guys stay away from gold, right? I said it wasn't going to do much. And now it's dropping. Okay. It's a good thing gold's dropping. That's a good thing. Because, you know, it's telling you inflation might be coming back down. That's a good thing. Okay. Good area is 70 to 67 to 70 area is a good spot for GLD. 67 to 70. Yeah, you don't want to go past 67, because if you go past 67, that's the previous low right there. You go past that, you got issues. But you see that? We got 20 SMA curling over that 200 SMA. We got 100 SMA trying to curl. 50 SMA trying to curl. That's not good. No good. See here, we lost that. We lost this support area here. Boom, firing down. Not good. We're going to 70 for sure. Okay. Okay, well, basically just did it, but okay, GLD. Okay, going to 365, 358. Not good. Firing down. Told you guys stay away from metals. I said if you want to get in metals, get in copper. Copper's the only good thing, but gold, silver, all this, stay away from. Again, do not buy calls. Okay. All right. 55, 53. 53, 36 is where it looks like it's going. Back test that breakout on SLV. Amazon already did. Dell looks like it's going to the 20 SMA. 331. Hood broke out from this symmetrical triangle. It has a bull flag on it now. It's consolidating. If it could push, we go to 102. If it can't, it revisits it, moving averages here, or it chops around. Either way, it's a shit stop. Okay, next. This one has a cup and handle on the daily and the weekly. Here's that cup and handle. It's consolidating here. If you want to be long it, I would say buy time on it. Let's see, what does it do? It is a construction development related to liquefaction of natural gas, and then natural gas is good. Natural gas is going to be the next supplying thing for AI infrastructure. Natural gas, they're going to use natural gas for whatever they're going to use natural gas for. So yeah, cup and handle looks good. Longer term, sure, but again, I'm not a fan of calls right now. But natural gas, sure. You want to be long term? Sure. It doesn't look like it's being affected by the market right now. Okay. Marvel already did. Hims is following this channel, and it's holding so far. So as long as it holds that channel, it will slowly go to 32. Okay. 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 MACD's bullish divergence on there. Looks good. Bullish divergence on here. Looks like it's breaking this high here. Okay, broke that high. Okay, we need to get past 290. Once it gets past 290, it could go 300. McDonald's. That's a real estate play. BA already did. Okay. BA already did. Okay, with market falling, would QBTS, RGT, QUBT go down further? Yeah, it can go down further. QBTS, RGTI, QUBT, yes, can go down further. Yes, they can. But are they going to impact semis as bad? I don't know if they're going to be as impacted as semis, but yeah, they will be going down further. All right, Reddit. This one is in a ascending triangle pattern. So I don't like this because it broke out here, failed, broke out again, failed, broke out again, failed, and now it's here. It's probably going to break down now. So I'm telling you right now, it has a nice bull flag. It tried to break out 3-4 times and it failed. It's most likely going to break down. Okay. Okay. Google, I I pretty much already did, but I'll do the Google. You know, so it's right at the gap fill area. Okay. If it comes back down, I think it comes back down here, 340. Okay, our size below 50, hit the 50 and it rejected. Stochastics are coming down, so you don't want to be below 340 for too long. Okay. All right, NVTS. Okay. Semiconductors are going down. What else you want me to tell you? They're going down. So this one's going down. It's going to go even lower. It's going to go 18. It's going to go 18 and maybe even 14. Yeah, I already did Tesla. I did Iron. Okay. UNH. UNH, no good. No good. UNH, shit stock. Here we go. Now, why? Well, look at that. Major bearish divergence here. Boom. Major bearish divergence here. Okay. Rejection here with a bearish engulfing here. This one's going to drop down back to 387. We got bearish divergence. We got rejection at 413. We got a relatively low relative strength on the push up. We're coming back down to 387. No, thank you. It says DraftKings. Yeah, you're gonna have to put a ticker in. Meta already did. Yeah, if you want to buy calls, buy it on bear stocks like SOXS or SQQQ. Tesla already did. PLTR already did. Adobe has just been holding this area forever. Earnings is coming up, and that's what you're going to have to play. Earnings are 50-50, but Adobe... Hopefully Adobe does well. I know I have some leaps on there, so we got those leaps around here. So hopefully it does well. But, you know, given the market environment, it's going to be flat or it's going to take off. But I don't know. Adobe's been in the shitter for a long time, so... It's a 50-50 shot, man. I wish I could tell you what the earnings are going to be, but I can't. So, sorry. Now looks, yeah, now we got out of now perfectly. Now, thank God. This is support here. If it holds 104.85, then that's good. But looking at that pyramid shape, don't like it. If it can hold 104.85, that's good though. But again, doesn't look appealing to me at all. I would go with other things. I would definitely go with other things. SPY and QQQ already did. Those are the first ones I did. Intel's been consolidating sideways pretty well, but again, I'm not looking to buy anything right now. And again, this is a chip stock, and chips have not dropped yet, so I would not be buying this right now. I would not be buying, especially with this big gap here and everything. I just, you know, successful traders are patient. Successful traders know when to trade and when not to trade. Successful traders don't jump in just because the market's down. They analyze everything, and they sense what's going on. And right now is not a time to buy. It's not a time to buy. So don't be eager to buy things right now. Don't be eager to buy calls. You know, thinking that, oh, well, it's down right now, let's buy it. No, no, just don't, don't fall in the trap. Don't fall in the trap. Can you buy a put for it? So, can you buy a put for Intel? Well, here, I'm going to do this. We broke the low here on this guy. We're rejecting the 20 SMA here. Can you buy a put on it? Yes, you can. You can. You definitely can buy put on Intel, but Intel is pretty strong in an overall sense of the semi market. Maybe it changes, but I think there's other things that are weaker that you could buy put on that you're probably going to benefit more. But can you buy puts on here? Yes, it's definitely going to go to at least 92.70. So at least that's 20 points. About almost 20 points. It's about like 17, 18 points. So can you buy put? Yeah. But I mean, it's just strong. You know, RSI still above 50. Squeeze is forming to the downside, but it's wishy-washy. It's holding that 104 area pretty well. It still needs to drop, definitely, but is it going to drop that much? I don't know. You're going to have to see. But can you buy a put on it? Sure. All right. TE. TE, straight falling knife. It's a straight falling knife. Would I buy it here? No. Would I entertain it at all? No. It's straight falling knife, and it's probably not going to stop until 7. Yep. $7. Probably not going to stop. It might not even stop there. It might stop at 6. I don't know. It's a falling knife. So, not looking good. Not looking good at all. Okay. RTX, just going sideways here. Not really doing much. Sideways box, but it looks weak. I wouldn't be in it. I would not be in this at all. Looks weak. Looks like it's going to lose it. RSI is barely over 50, but losing it. Squeeze is slowly losing it. Rejecting the 200 SMA consistently. 50 SMA is also rejecting. It just doesn't look good at all. Not my thing. AMPG. All right. AMPG. Amplitech Group. What is this? Information technology. Microwave component amplifiers. Okay. So this is like components. It looks good. It looks like it just started a wave 3. So we got that wave 1, 2. This is a wave 3. It looks like it could go to 11, 12. Looks good. Even though it's information technology, I think it goes 11, 12. Looks good. Longer term, yeah, broke out of this all-time high here. Yeah, I think 11, 12, I think it could go. As long as it stays above this 640, yeah, it looks good. Looks really good. You got wave 1, wave 2, this is wave 3, all the way here. Then wave 4 come back, and then wave 5 would be 12, 13. Looks good. All right, let's see here. Okay, so a couple things wrong with this one is First off, it has a bearish divergence here. Sell volume is pretty high. Okay, so I think this stays in this zone, 316 to 369 for a little bit, and then it's going to fall off. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm seeing. So, but maybe not. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's see. See, it's a hard one. I think that could be a valid. That could be some. It could be valid. I think it consolidates in here for another week or two, and then it falls off, and then comes back here to. Yeah, comes back here. If I'm wrong, it breaks 370 and it goes to 450. But if I'm right, it comes back down here. Okay. You're open to C9. Okay, yeah, it could go 11. 11. Okay, let's see. Bitcoin could be a double bottom here, could not be. I don't know. We'll see. It could be a bear flag as well. See, we got 1, 2. This could be wave 3, and then this is wave 4, and then we could get a wave 5 to 57. I still think we get one more drop on Bitcoin. I don't think this is a bottom. I think we still get one more drop. You get one more flush to 57, and then we turn around and go. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, that's what I'm thinking on Bitcoin. All right, one more flush, and then we bottom. And Bitcoin's letting bottom before the market bottoms. So because it's sold off before the market sold off, it's gonna bottom before the market bottoms. So I think we get one more flush on Bitcoin, and then from there, we rally up. Okay. All right, Cisco. Okay, we had this chop around here. Okay, we popped off, and then we came back in, and now we're inside that chop again. So Cisco is going to come back to 113. And if it doesn't hold at 113, we're going to start falling into 105 and 102. So hedge up. Look at that bearish divergence right there. Bearish divergence right there, right where we made the new highs of 130. We got that bearish divergence there. So this is topping out as well. Okay, be careful with that. Okay. Okay. All right. APP has a pyramid on it. It's going down to 480. Going to 480. Going to 480. Okay. MS. It hit that target here. 215. Okay. It needs to hold 205 and this 20 SMA. If it could hold it, it does have a bearish divergence on here. If it could hold that, then we could set up to go to 228. Otherwise, the bearish divergence is telling us that it's done. It's done. Okay. It is done. NYL. Okay. Okay, we have a descending triangle here, so it's gonna right here, inside here, and then maybe in a week or two it will break out up or down. Okay, so let's see. Yep, descending triangle. So it's gonna break up or down. It looks like it's gonna break up, but you know, we're gonna have to see in a week or two. See how strong or weak it is. Because right now it's rejecting the 50 on the RSI. It's not strong. So that could just be because of the chopness, but we got to see if it breaks up or if it breaks down, then we got to follow through for that. Okay. All right, guys. That's all I got for you today. I said puts. Don't buy the calls. Buy the puts. If you want buy calls, sit on your hands, wait. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. And let's make some money this week.